Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Oksano NQ ASMR. We'll be starting today off with clicks. What's good? Sorry, you guys just had to go through that. Look at this 3-minute. Oh my god. Wait, I want my candles pink, bruh. Want my candles pink, bro. No, I'm sorry. It was a little much. Oh my gosh, dude. I really want Sharon to take this. But she's busy, so I think we'll paper this right now. One sec. Trying to full port paper trade here. Alright. Yesterday, backtesting video at 38-minute mark, you said you wouldn't take first tap in Sibi. That IFG was solid too, but did fail. You were right. Is that because Dodgy says don't take the first tap into the gaps? The reason I say that is because if you have like a one-sided push and we tap into a gap or we sweep liquidity to the left, if there's no good targets below, like some LRLR, and it's just like big gaps underneath, that's why you don't take the first one. Because there's no good targets underneath. So you want to wait until, see how this, like, we pump and tap this. You don't want to take this inverse, right? Because there's no good targets down here. It's just big gaps. But now there's like this little bit of LRLR down here, right? And we swept out this. So it's a little better. But lunge plays are terrible. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Wait. Did that answer your question though, bro? I accidentally started a recording, bro. We'll just delete that. I'm really finding that V-shape and momentum and light bulb is really, really important. Didn't understand what light bulb mean when Dodgy was first talking about. Yeah, so for me, I kind of have my own like definition of light bulb, right? For me, Is a light bulb most of the time like mechanically going to be A plus? Yes, but with this strategy, like, dang, bro, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, um, it's really important to like learn what the really really good high probability setups look like, because if you can learn like a pattern that you like a lot and you can combine it with A plus reasons for taking the trade, there's like nothing better than that. It's the best. Come on, Paper McFlurries. We need that McDouble, bro. I need a small fry. Lunchtime, bro. Why is my room so small? Why does this broom seem so small? Oh my gosh. Are we actually gonna take an L today, chat? Unfort. One and done for me. Paper for the rest of the day. Yeah, same. I took something last night, so to practice just like the one and done and just like doing my job and calling it a day. Even though it was just an eval play, I'm just going to call it there because it was a winning play. And I told myself one trade a day. So following rules is so much fun. I can't even tell you. You know. Yo, I'll be right back. You need help? Yo! Yo, chat! Yo! I just watched Amy popping open these things of biscuits, and it was the funniest thing of all time. She's terrified of it. I'm guilty of backtesting to your backtesting videos. Ayo. Why does that sound like a flirt for some reason? Dude, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I cannot stand backtesting, dude. Shh, bro, she can't see the chat right now, so I won't say anything to rat you out. But dude, I can't stand backtesting, bro. I've literally like never done it. The only time I've spent backtesting has been the stuff I've done for the dungeon. I never backtested before that. I don't like it. I'm bad at it. Dude, I'll be really surprised if this fails. I'm getting my reminder to listen to Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life audiobook. Trust. Trust me. So good. Whoa, that's my camera all messed up. There we go. You guys, I don't have my cross on. Be right back. Amy, candles don't lie is flirting with me in chat.
For real, low-key trying to steal you from Amy.
I'm sorry, bro. I ratted you. She said, "Good luck." What rating would you give the 2-minute inverse to the upside at market open during Asia? Let's see. Like yesterday, you mean? Are you talking about this? Wait, which one? Was it this? Or the one underneath? This one right here? I feel like it closed above and then failed a couple times. Did you take a loss on it? Took a nice W. Okay, so you just didn't. Did you just hold? Oh, geez, I'm getting wrecked. What was your reason for holding that? Because, like, technically it stopped out. Like, according to the model, this stopped out. So did you just hold because these gaps down here? Uh, I mean, it's hard to give it a rating because technically it failed, but you didn't stop it out, so. I feel like you kind of got lucky because there was no guarantee we were gonna fill that gap, and we didn't really sweep anything except for this, I guess. I don't know. You did what? This? Oh, okay. I can understand this then. Yeah. If that's how you chose to manage it, that's not terrible. Um, so did you enter on this candle close? Yeah, it was probably a B setup. Which candle did you enter on? I wonder. On that one. On this candle. Yeah. Like the stream. Yo, shout out to Green. Clutch, 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 clutch. Bro, this lunchtime PA got me ready to snooze. But what's new? It's what we do. It's always like this when we're streaming at this hour, baby. Send it in Discord where I entered. Hey, let me check. $21. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, it was probably a B setup that just happened to be a banger. Sometimes that happens, honestly. You know, sometimes A plus setups fail. That's just kind of how it works sometimes. Oh, dude, this is the worst trade ever. Should not have taken this. Even on paper, this is annoying. Oh, hey, wait. Actually, let me ask you guys a question. Hang on. Wait, are you making the things? Chat, we're cooked. Amy's making biscuits and gravy pockets. We are cooked. Dude, they're so good. I literally can't handle it. Right here, hang on. I gotta ask you guys a question, but I gotta pull up the list on my laptop because I haven't sent it to me. I haven't sent it to myself yet. So one sec. Since you guys are here, you can help me with my my list. All right. So basically, I'm gonna do a video, right? I'm gonna do a video that it'll probably be like two parts, like a part 1 and 2. But I'm gonna do a video that basically just goes over all of the main like ICT terms that I use while I'm making videos and stuff, and just talk about what they mean and how I use them. So I have like a list of terms, and I was gonna see if you guys had anything that should be added to this list. All right, here's where I get stopped out. Wait, I wonder if I could just... just send it to myself, maybe? This isn't working. One sec. This has been the worst trade ever. I'm new to ICT and I'm having trouble with SMTs. If we trade into a point of interest and NQ makes a higher high but ES does not, does that mean both pairs are bearish? Okay, so yeah, pretty much. So if you have an SMT at the top, it's always a bearish SMT for both. And if you have a bullish SMT at the bottom, then it's a bullish SMT for both. Dang it. Bro, I don't know how to use... Yeah, for sure. SMTs is going to be one of the things I talk about. Okay, wait. Here's my list of terms that I'm going to go over. This stupid 3-minute, bro. Buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, fair value gap, inversion fair value gap, liquidity sweep, PD arrays, premium and discount, delivering, SMT, CE, macro time, LRLR, BPR, ITL, ITH, ETL, ETH, which is intermediate term high and low, and external high and low. Liquidity, V-shape, break even, equal highs and lows, data wicks, and BISI and SIBI. Can you guys think of anything I should add to that? I'm trying to get like maybe 20 terms so I can do like 2 10-term videos. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, I have 19. Anybody think of one more thing I can add to this? Bro, no way. Does this hold still? This is the worst trade ever, dude. It's because the close happened right when we tapped into this gap. So we literally get in. We enter right when we tap into a bullish gap. That's why this is happening. Plus, it's lunch. I hate lunch, bro. I mean, I like lunch. But trading lunch is so slow sometimes, dude. Jeez. You need that video? I'm gonna make it very, very soon. And I'll post it in the educational clips. I just want to make it like easy to watch. Like I don't want to make it super long or complicated. Like I just want to drop each term. This is what it is. This is what I think it means and how I use it. And that's it. And I just move on to the next term. So boom, boom, boom. So you don't have to watch all these long freaking ICT videos to figure out what this stuff is. Bro, this gap is holding. It's funny. Dude, if this doesn't fail and ends up working still, I will be shocked. Imagine. I need one more term. Somebody give me a good ICT term that I use. I feel like I have like everything on here. Yeah, I do. Um, PO3. Oh, wait. Okay. You're right, actually. Because AMD is something that I do talk about. Good call. Good call. The good old AMD. Accumulate, manipulate, redistribute to the downside or upside, whichever direction we're talking about here. Good call, David. Just to give you an example of your SMT question too. So like let's say, oh yep, this is the stop out. This is the stop out. Let's say NQ came up and took out this high, but ES did not. Now that would be a bearish SMT, meaning you would expect to get a bearish reaction. All right, there's the actual stop out. Unfort. Lame play. I blame the gap below. This one right here. Why? Well, extend this over and look at us. Ew. And I bet you this still dumps. Chat. We've just been manipulated out of a winning play, I guarantee it. I can... That's funny. Kinda. I mean, I personally trade NQ, but it doesn't matter. You can trade whichever thing you would like. Basically, the reaction should be the same from both. Like an SMT should cause the same reaction from both. Man. Chat, I feel Uh, market just needed the paper liquidity from me, I guess. Cool, bro. That's toxic. It's like a cold, rainy day today, and it's been like that the last few days, but for some reason I kind of like it right now. I can't lie. You guys, the woodpecker's back. The woodpecker is back. It's going hard. You guys saw the woodpecker videos, right? Please tell me you saw them. They're so funny. Please do wait. This is. That's okay. Chat, I think we may have been robbed. Dude, the woodpecker's going hard right now. Here, wait. I'll be right back. I'll show you if I can. All right, here. For those that didn't see the woodpecker, check it out. Right. And here's the slow mo. Love luck. Did you miss anything? No. Oh, wait. I know, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Netflix inks Sesame Street streaming deal. Oh my god, we're gonna pump like crazy. Alright, hindsight. This was the entry that. Hey! Shout out to you, Walbert, and shout out to you, David. Okay, wait. So, listen, guys, I'm so sorry. I have notifications that go off when people subscribe, but it plays out of these, and when I'm streaming, I don't have them on, so I never hear it. So, sorry about that, but I appreciate the subs. You can hear it? Oh, well, that's nice. All right, here's an example, Clarkson. Here's an SMT, right? So now, how do we use this? If for some reason there's not anything right now, but if we had a singular gap right here, we get this SMT, and then price comes down, and we get an inverse. Oops. Then we use the SMT as extra confluence to go short. Does that make sense? But I gotta have an inverse. It's gotta have a good inverse. I don't just I'm not just gonna short because there's an SMT. I have to still have a setup. So like for example, if we didn't come up and take this high and this candle closes and then the next candle came down and just V-shaped and closed below, and that's when we would try something like that, basically. Run all this LRLR. Yeah, exactly. I don't just see an SMT and then be like, oh, cool, I'm a short. But I use SMTs as extra confluence when I do see my setup. And then I can add an SMT to all the other reasons why. Like basically there's a checklist, right? There's an A plus checklist, which requires liquidity sweep, momentum, clear targets. You'd like to have premium or discount. And then when you can add SMT to that list, it just is more of a reason to take the setup. So hopefully that makes sense. Does that mean there has to be an SMT for the play to work? No. But it's just when I see a good SMT on an external swing point, I really like that as a confluence. We're kind of getting this like 3 drives. Man, I love when people comment on my videos and say, "Thanks for the analysis. Could you help me with something unrelated? My OKX wallet holds some USDT and I have a seed phrase: wonder, obey, dial, dash, soon, tanks, spike, scout, region, undo, zero, such. Could you explain how to move them to Binance?" Fam, what are you on about? Oh, really? Should I delete them when I see them? I usually just leave them because it's just an extra comment for me, so I don't care. Yeah, I low-key like this 3 drives. Dang, I guess I could add that to my list too. He left his phrases on a notepad on his desk. Dude, nah. That's foolish. Yeah, I might try this again on paper if we get it. I really want to target these lows. Share your track record. Wait, what? How do I share a track record? I'm not here to show off stats. I'm here to watch the market. Buy Bitcoin and sell at 24-hour mark. Yeah, I'm not worried about it, munchies. I don't. I'm not live streaming because I'm here to prove anything to anybody. I'm doing it because it's fun. How's it going, brother? I'm new to your channel. Is this you essentially showing us how you navigate and trade the market? Yeah, pretty much. Um, it's I take a really like if this then that approach. So something like this. Did we have a fair value gap? Did we sweep liquidity? Are we delivering from something? Do we have a V shape? Do we have targets below? And then on the higher time frame, I use FVGs for bias and liquidity. Hey, I'm new here too. Do you trade a specific ICT model? I trade Dodgy's DD. If you guys know Dodgy on YouTube, I trade Dodgy's inversion fair value gap model. So shout out to Dodgy. Who? That's funny. Yeah, I trade his model, but I obviously do everything my own way. I'm about to take this again. Do you have a specific strategy now? Yeah, I trade inversion for value gaps. What is happening? Thanks for deleting that. It's going to confuse me. I mean, here's some examples of trades, right? 5-minute inversion. We're delivering out of a 5-minute gap above. We have LRLR below plus this 1 hour ITL below. So everything is based off an inversion, right? So when we have a gap, we sweep liquidity, and then this gap that's obvious gets inversed. That's how we enter. No close. Toxic. Oh yeah, short into another 1-minute gap again so that it can hold. And it can be like stopped out. The Discord they're referring to is like it's just a personal Discord for people that I know from other servers. It's not really like a public invite server. I should probably make one though for like my channel. I guess that would make sense. Inversion FVG off PD rays. I tried and it didn't work out for me. Can you show me more examples? All right, yeah, I'm gonna stream every day. Here's some more examples. Like, here's a loss. It's hard to show on these because they're just you can't really see like the whole chart. But I try and mark them. Delivering out of pure bullishness. $50 fee? Nah. Inversion. Like, after you've seen enough of these, you'll realize that they're... Okay, here's actually a really good example. So, we pump up, get this sweep on liquidity right here, right? And then we get an immediate V-shape through this gap that price was holding. Plus we have this mini LRLR below. It's basically... It's really mechanical, honestly. Like... When you see the setups, you can basically have a checklist. Break even scale. 2 data wick plays back to back. Oh, my paper account was bussing that day. Hey, this one was really good, actually. Yeah, I have a backtesting playlist where I go over... Well, okay, here is a super good example, right? This has basically everything. Yeah, so here's... Okay, here, let me explain this. Here's the... Dude, this still hasn't held. Or inverse. Here's the way... here's the way my logic works behind inversions. If we have a bullish gap... and we want to be bullish, then we would want to see basically what we see right here, right? Which is price tapping this gap and getting a bullish reaction, right? So as long as we keep seeing this, then we know that we're kind of in a bullish model, a bullish buy model, right? But now, if we've tapped this bullish gap a bunch and then all of a sudden we just wreck through it and close below, now you know that this bullish gap has failed to hold price, and you can, quote unquote, assume price will now continue to go lower. And Um, it's something that you can use on any time frame. Like I have honestly a pretty good video about how I use these for bias too. Like rather than just a trade entry, I have a video that you can use these for bias too, like on the higher time frame. So like, oops. For an example, here's a bearish gap, right? Pretty obvious bearish gap. When we pumped up, see how price did not reject this gap? Like we just disrespected it like crazy. Well, as soon as we destroy that gap and close above, I'm at least bullish to this next high. Now let's say, okay, hold up. Just let me get in this and then I'll keep saying what I was about to say. Basically, let's say 20 seconds. No way this doesn't close below again, bro. See how I'm watching this and I have to wait until I see the close below to get in? Bro, did that actually close below by a tick? It did. Okay, so we'll just try this. 1 min right below it. I know. Earlier I was all, yeah, let's go in short so that we can tap this 1 minute below and pump up again and get stopped out. I've been trading overall in general for about 13 months, and I've been trading ICT and inversions since last July. Okay, but wait, let me talk about what I was going to talk about here. So, if price pumps up into this 15 minute, right? And we hold this and then we come down all the way and close below this big gap. At that point, I'm now bearish to here. ICT is inner circle trader. That's who made all these concepts that I'm talking about. Oh wait. Bro, what the heck? Oh, right here. This is ICT. I see. So you use the momentum of the inversion to the nearest drawn liquidity. Yeah, so currently thinking of learning market maker model. So you have to learn market maker models to trade any of this stuff. You have to understand buy models and sell models to trade this stuff, period, in my opinion. Oh wait. This ain't looking good, bro. I know. I'm just trying to fade the bias, fade the morning bias. I've been trading for a little while, just using basic entries and price action, and I've passed a combine, and I'm currently on a top step XFA, but not looking good so far. Also, my psychology been acting up. Psychology is huge, 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 huge. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if your psychology sucks, you're not going to make it. So focus on that before anything else. Analyze yourself before the charts. Trust. Why am I trading on paper right now? Well, yes, because I'm live streaming and I'm not going to trade live accounts on stream, but also because I took my trade last night for the day and I have to force myself to be done because my discipline's not been the greatest lately. So I need to get back to remembering that this isn't something that I'm doing for fun, and it's not something that I do to like, well, I mean, it is fun, but the goal isn't to have fun. The goal is to do my job on a daily basis and execute and then be done. And lately I've been like trading with the mindset of like, I need to pass this eval, or I need to get over this buffer, or I need to reach a profit target, or I need to have this many $100 days, or whatever it may be. I've just been getting mad distracted by all this freaking rules and requirements, or all this stuff that distracts you from the real goal, what you're trying to do, right? Which is just be a professional and execute the best of your ability. And I forgot about that for a little bit and blew a couple accounts for it. And so now I'm going back to getting my discipline being the main priority, and I don't care about results that much. I already know the strategy I use works. I already know if I execute the strategy one time per day over a long period of time, it's profitable. I know this from my own data. And so I don't need to do anything more or less other than just execute the plan and be done after that. I'm trading multiple times on paper for stream for you guys because it's fun, but I have to trade one trade a day for now until my discipline is locked back in. Plus, I just am better that way. I just do better that way. Trading less is more for me. It just goes better. There's the actual stop out again. That's okay. Gonna take a break for a bit from live trading until I get my mind right. Yeah. Dude, I mean, at least you recognize that's like the hardest part. Some people just won't ever figure out what the problem is and not fix it. Bro, there's no way we get stopped out like that. Yeah, you just have to be more mechanical, dude. Be as mechanical as possible. Like if you're having trouble with discipline or like in trade management, you can always do like hard take profits and just take small wins, as much as you can. Like build some of that momentum back mentally. Maybe size down a little bit if it's stressing you out, you know? There's different things you can do. Toxic, dude. As a matter of fact, this is something that I do. Come on, dude. Oops. This is something that I do. Right? See, finally tilted. I had been following my rules since last October, bro, and I finally tilted. So even little things like this will help you out because it just keeps you in check and reminds you what you're doing or what you're supposed to be doing. Like I wrote on a piece of paper above here, I will take one trade and one trade only. Light bulb for me is a play that checks off everything for my checklist as far as the A plus setup goes. And honestly, I've just been studying this for so many hours that there's certain plays that kind of like trigger a feeling inside where I'm like, oh my god, there's no way this fails. Like none of the plays I've taken during stream have made that light bulb go off for me, and they both failed. But not that that's why, but there's just certain plays that when I see them, I'm like, oh man, dude, this is a like this is like this is there's no way it fails. A light bulb for me is a play that I would be more mad not taking than mad taking a loss on, if that makes sense. Like a light bulb setup for me is like, bro, if I don't take it, I'm gonna be upset. Like I want to risk money on it. I want to be willing to take a loss on it. Those light bulbs go crazy, bro. I can't lie. An A plus setup with this model, if you do it right, the win rate is nuts, honestly. It's not always the highest RR. Like if you just aim for like 1R, the win rate is insane. Stay. Yeah, so you have to be the best way to get a light bulb is by trading exactly the same way over and over and over and over. Over and over and over. Like if you look, if I go here, right, I go all the way back to I started the server in December, but some of these plays are dating all the way back to November. And if you like just look at the setups and the signature and price, it's all like the same. It always looks the same, right? We swept liquidity, we got a V shape, we're delivering out of something. Like it always looks the same. And I just have months and months and months and months of this. So this is why journaling your trades is so important, honestly, because if you're like having a rough day and you go back and look at this and you're like, dang, dude, kind of a banger. Like just reminds you that like you're actually not that bad. Shane said, hey bro, don't be ashamed. The challenge started mainly because I freaking needed it. I've been tanking on my mental lately, and we were like, nah, we can't do that. So I was like, I'm just gonna do one trade a day. And Amy was like, all right, let's do another accountability challenge. I was like, all right, bet. Dude, these are bangers. I can't lie. Like journaling is so nice, dude, because then you can go back and look at stuff and be like, okay, I'm not terrible. Like taking some losses, but there's always more wins than losses. Like, dude, literally just like months. They always look the same, dude. It's crazy. It's always the same. Paper account printing. Just months and months of documenting trades. When do I think you should get a payout? Bro, you shouldn't be thinking about a payout. Genuinely remove those thoughts from your brain and just trade the strategy. 800 balance now. I'm down to 300 this week. A lot of tilting. But my friend told me to build a buffer and get to 2K at least. Is it gonna? Let me ask you this: if you get to that payout, is it gonna be your first payout? Take the money, bro. Take the money. Pay the trader. Trust. It'll make you feel good. Pay the trader always. All right, I wonder if we're finally going to inverse this 15-minute that's been holding for freaking years. See this 15-minute gap? I drew this gap from way over here, right? And price has not been able to break through it. I wonder if today's the day. Yeah, I want it mainly for the feeling, but now I'm down 300. Just gonna size down to $50 risk per trade next week with a clear mind, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, yeah. If you're down, and like, are you on like a losing streak? Like, have you had like a few red days? Is that what it is? So here's a good example that might happen. If we, okay, yeah, so definitely size down. If we inverse this, I'm bullish to at least here, right? Here, and then here. Now, if we inverse this gap, then I'm bullish to here. We shall see. We also could be rejecting this trend line right now, which would be ideal. I don't want us to be bullish, bro. Was up 200 first week, then 500 next week, and now down 300. Just today tilted really bad, but this need this break because I feel like I'm addicted to the charts. Yeah, dude. Genuinely, you're not alone. I am also addicted to the charts, but you need to be addicted to executing a plan like a professional. That's what you need to be addicted to. Don't worry about anything else, dude. Literally, you just don't remove all the numbers and just trade a model. Like, pretend like there's no results afterwards to look at. Just trade the model and see how it goes over time. Like, I mean, you have to be aware to some extent because if you are in drawdown, you have to size down. But just size down and try not to think about it. And just trade your system. For sure. Dude, it's easy to get distracted. But don't let your short-term wants and needs and urges affect your long-term process. You know, like even if you do get a payout tomorrow, right? What's going to happen? You can't just retire off that payout, right? You're going to have to keep trading your system for as long as you want to trade in order to take money out from it, right? So don't put too much pressure on one day. Like, just keep thinking down the line, you know? I know hard work pays off, and if I pass the combine once I can do it, yeah. And the thing is, and don't get it twisted. The weird part about trading is people think that you have to trade more to do more. Like you have to trade more to make it work. But I fully disagree. I stand by less is more. The less trades I take during the week, the more profitable my week will be. I almost guarantee it. The more times I try and trade and force my will on the market, the more my strategy has no meaning, right? The point of a strategy is to develop an edge that you can use over time, over and over and over, and know that in the long run, even after taking losses, it'll work. So, if you have a model and you know it works over time, the more you're trading during one day, the more you're cutting into your long term probabilities for that model. Does that make sense? Like, you can't have a model that's supposed to work for a week and then you do good and then you feel good and then that's that. You got to have something that the point of all this is to get something that you can rely on over time, even if you take losses. And then you just have to accept it, that it'll work, and let it work. Am I getting a food delivery? There's no way. Oh my god. I love you. You guys. Do you know what this is? Have you guys had biscuits and gravy before? If anyone says you haven't had biscuits and gravy, you're diabolical. This is a biscuits and gravy pocket, bro. Look at this. Biscuit with the sausage in there, and then you just dip it in the gravy and eat it. It's like it's silverware free B&G. All right. So, as you can see here, what happened? We inversed this 15 minute, and what did I say? I was bullish to here, then probably here. And what are we doing? See how you can use these gaps to read where price is going to go pretty easily? Like right here, we got the close above this 15-minute gap. What I said we're going to be bullish to here and here. That's exactly what's happening. So dude, right? What a pump, bro. Jeez Louise. So we just left equal highs right here on the 15 minutes, so there's no way we stop pumping. Tapping this consequent encroachment of this SIBI and rejecting again. I don't think it holds for long. I think this is going to rip. Bro, Trump's been holding since he said the bottom is in. I have those on there. I have Sibby and Bissy on the term list. I added them last night. Okay, so now we just pumped through those equal highs. Shocker. I really don't see this slowing down. I think we inverse this 15 minute today. We'll see. It's another 50-ish points. So we're at least going to take out this high today. Yeah. any minute. Sorry if you guys can hear me eating. Munchies has FOMO kicking in. So we did just tap into this 2-minute BPR here. Oh, did we already inverse it? Never mind. We already closed above. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Bro, these 250Ks might be the wave. Imagine just taking a 3 mini banger and then just not having to trade again for the rest of the week. That would be so nice, dude. Yeah, you're not alone. And bang, there's that high. Basically, chat, we're reading the market like a Dr. Seuss book right now. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Kind of. So if we keep ripping up through this 15 minute, then dude, this is a nice pump. I can't lie. Holy smokes. Came down. Freaking tap discount of this perfectly. Delivered out of here. Looks pretty bullish. You guys, as much as I enjoy being family friendly, I'm also 420 friendly, and I needed a second. Okay, so I'll be right back. Don't tell anybody. You guys, I walked away and I got a text from Charon telling me that she wanted to take a play while I was taking my break. So I think Charon's gonna. Oh, thank you.
Heated up like crazy again.
Oh, okay. I think Charon's gonna try and take along here to 6:17. What do you think, chat? Should Charon take this long? We have to switch to MNQ. No? Bro, Charon really wants to take this. Bro, Charon wants to take this, bro. She thinks we're going to keep pumping. She has no strategy. No! Amy, read Munchie's comment. Dude, we just watched a video about that yesterday. It's so funny. Dude, I was literally dying. It's like price action in 2024, and it's like all the TPs are hitting, and then it's like PA in 2025, and it's like about to hit TP, and Trump's on China, and it just dumps. Bro. China. China. All right, Charon's in. Ciao. I'll be right back. Hey, don't do any dishes though.
They're already done.
No.
Except for one.
Okay, well, whatever's left, just leave it for me.
Okay.
Dude, you guys, my ADHD is going crazy. I've walked away to smoke 3 times and I haven't done it. I mean, I don't smoke. Okay, wait. Was that the most unlucky stop out of all time for Charon? You see what happens, chat? I told Charon to study premium and discount, and she didn't do it. And this is what she gets for it. She didn't want to listen to me. My goodness. Hey, this might be where we see a dump. Should we paper this for a minute? Wait a minute. No, no more trades for you, Charon. I want to take a loss now. In on this 4 minute. TP is going to be these lows that I've tried to hit 3 times. Imagine shorting this. This is the dumbest idea ever. Really a freight train to the sky. Taking the first short inverse that you see after pumping like this is wild. Please never do what I've just done, just so you guys know. This will be a lesson why you don't take the first one. Hopefully. Maybe. Psych! This is probably the first one that's actually going to work. $5.32. Dang, bro. Where was my signal, munchies? What the heck, dude? Do you usually trade PM? Yeah, I do, actually. I can't. Hey, I appreciate that too, by the way. I honestly don't like AM that much lately. It's not been very clean. And please ignore these short setups. I'm just dinking around on paper because I feel like I want to trade and I'm trying to satisfy my craving for trades right now with paper losses. Everyone loves a good paper loss, dude. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like, here's the biggest reason for me, and I've not admitted this, but here's the biggest reason for me why trading once per day is so important. If I take a trade and it's a winner, bro, my mentally my ego like automatically inflates whether I want it to or not. And like an inflated ego is not something you want while trading. And so, and I'm actually going to make a video on this probably this week, but finding the balance between confidence and what was it? Confidence and dude, I wrote it down. Confidence and literally just said it 10 times. It was confidence and ego. Yeah, See, Amy knows. I literally just said it 10 times. So finding the balance between confidence and ego is very important. I'm scared to lose the profits. If I lose the first trade, I want to make the money back. So for now, I think one trade a day should be the way. So let me just say this. Let's pretend that you have the best strategy in the world, Faber. Even if you have the best strategy in the world, you are not going to win every single trade, right? So there's no reason to get that way because the win or the loss on the day means nothing. The thing you need to remember is the strategy. That's it. Does the strategy work? Cool. Did I take a loss? Cool. It doesn't matter because, like for me, personally, journaling all my trades has been so helpful because journaling my trades and looking at stats has been crazy helpful because when I take a loss, for me, I've noticed that I usually go on a short streak after that. So just having that data for myself to go back and look at, I can say, hey, cool, I took a loss today, but what does that normally mean? Normally means the next few days will go pretty decent. So find ways to gather data for yourself and just build confidence in the model and don't worry about a win or a loss on the day. It doesn't matter. You have to keep trading the next day, so it doesn't matter. You guys, why are we trying to short this freight train? Chat, what are we doing? Like, even though it's paper, doesn't mean we need to be paper dummies, right? We don't need to be paper dummies. What's going on here? Can't tell me the draw is not higher. We're going down now, bro. I do not think that. Trump about to get on Twitter for us? Okay, now I could see that actually. A 455 subscribers, dude. Let's go. Dude, that makes me so happy. Like, the urge that I have inside to just try and help other people is insanity. So knowing that people are actually enjoying being here is cool. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys want to see something funny? This notebook I started using when I very first started learning how to trade, right? Dude, this is before I was doing ICT stuff, bro. I have pages and pages of random, like, shadow theory, check the float, demand. I'm, like, drawing candle patterns, talking about the 200 EMA, talking about RSI settings, volume profile indicators. I'm, like, drawing candlestick patterns, trying to remember what a divergence on the RSI is. I got this, and then look, right? We got about, MACD settings. Bollinger Bands. All right, but listen, right? This shows you how long I was willing to put up with that crap. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. 4 pages, 2 pages front and back, and that's it. And then on the 5th page, I've got order blocks, inefficiencies, market structure shifts, power of 3, break of structure. See, now we're talking. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty. Order blocks. Uh huh. RSI divergence isn't too bad, to be honest, as long as you know how to use it. Yeah, but why don't you just use SMTs then? It's basically what our divergence is. It's a SMT. You know what I mean? Bro hit me with the peeking emoji. I'm not even sure what to. Yo, Jacob. What is goody? Dang it. You trade. No, I trade futures. It's the cushy, baby. I just saw that. So we swept out all these highs inside of this 15 minute that's been holding for a long time. So honestly, I could see this. I could see this being a protected high. This high right here. I honestly could see that, and we could get a bearish reaction from that. We'll see. If we're bullish enough, then we just keep ripping. No, I haven't taken any. I've just been dinking around on paper shorts. I've been personally done since last night. Last night I took this. The past 2 weeks didn't go very well, and I started to doubt the strategy, IFEG, but I began tracking my data more closely, and I actually ended up with plus 3R in March, plus 4R in April. If I hadn't zoomed out and had only focused on the last few days, I probably would have changed strategy, thinking it wasn't for me. Yeah, you can't do that, dude. Like if you have a strategy and it's been like working a lot better, or if you find any success with it, try and just stick with it. Bro, somebody's telling me to. Um, I didn't do the challenge last week, so whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and do that for all that. Beal. Yeah, man. You definitely trading is like an overall long game, right? So you can't just focus on a couple things or like a couple days or today or you know. Dang it. Sorry. So we're getting a little bit of a bearish reaction, like I said, after putting in this protected high. It's possible now. Price wants to come down to take out these lows, actually. Now, ask me, how will you know this? How will I find confirmation? Well, if we knife through all these 5 minute gaps right here and close below, that will be my confirmation that we're coming for these. Just because I have a hunch that says, oh, we have a protected high and there's lows down here, doesn't mean I can just be like, okay, short, right? There's a model, you use the model, you execute the model. Gotta wait for a close below. Now, could you just go short and put a stop loss at the high? I mean, I guess if that's what your strategy is, nothing wrong with that. But that's not how I trade. Not sure why I said that, but cool. Dang it. Somebody commented on my somebody commented on my one of my reels and said, "Dang, your video formats are getting good, bro. How do I low key say thanks, but it's not me making them?" Maybe I'll just let the guy who made it know that they said it so that they can see that. But I, I didn't make it. Yeah. Thanks, bro. It's Seth. That's who said it. So that's why I was like considering saying something to him because he's just a homie, so I don't care. And see why just because I think we might come down for these doesn't mean you could just enter, because look what happens. We come down, right? We barely wick into this bullish gap and immediately start pumping. So this is how you use these gaps as confirmation, right? As long as they're being respected, you can't just go in short here. You have to see them get wrecked. If this, then that. If we wreck this gap, then we go for these lows. If we don't, then we don't. It's almost like there's an algo or something. Who would have thought? Munchies, are you still shorting this? So as long as we're respecting these gaps, like nothing tells me this wants to go down, right? Could be putting in this 15-minute OB. Definitely would assume that would send price higher if we got that. Plus this wick, we got this tap into this 15-minute gap right here. So pretty bullish reaction out of that. We'll see. It could just chop. Probably won't go down, to be honest. Financial Juice just gave me a notification. Trump call with Putin went very well. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's definitely not bearish market news, so. You guys, it's low-key been almost 2 hours. Debating ending stream. In a daily FVG, I'm not seeing it. Daily FVG is up here. Right here, there's no FVGs. We've already inversed this. But zooming out to the daily, this does not look bearish, right? Like, wick into this. Super bullish reaction. This is my current draw on liquidity. Probably this high. If we inverse. Oh, where'd my 15-minute go, bro? PA's been rejecting off that for a couple days now. The 15-minute? Here it is. Nah, daily. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see the daily FVG you're talking about. Like, genuinely. Bro, holy smokes. Is that gap really from that far ago? Here, like, I'm looking at the daily. The only gaps I see are this one and this one. All of this is covered by wicks. My chart look a little different from yours. Is it are you on like a FX chart? Or are you on NQ1 maybe? Oh, you're on FX chart? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. What would that be? Like US 30 or something? Or 100, I mean? US 100? Would it be this CFD? Oh, yeah, okay. This one's the one you're talking about? Yeah, I see that now. My bad. Wrong chart. Oh, wait, this is my 15-minute. So no order block there. This actually looks. Geez, this is. Yeesh. This is a little bad. Is probably the word I'm looking for. Yeah. It's like we're moving a direction, but we're doing it very, very slowly. Like, we have not been putting gaps in at all for. Do you know about CRT? Not really, no. I think you're talking about candle range theory, but I don't really know much about it. There was a daily CRT, and I entered off that as a trade. Nice. Hopefully it went well. Hopefully you're green. We all want to see everybody making money, don't we? Yeah, it did. W. Nice job. I'll probably give it to this next macro and then hop off for the day, you guys. So probably 10, 15 more minutes. Yeah, I'm about done. About ready to go chill. But I'm honestly low key curious if this is gonna get inversed or not. So I'm gonna stay on here for a couple minutes. If we end up re-breaking these highs, then I'll probably call it there. But have you taken any trades today? No, I'm flat today. I traded last night. I took this last night. It was a 5 minute short. To the 1 hour ITL. It was here. And there was a 1 hour here. That was my target pretty much. Just, oops. Just there. So, nice little 2R, not bad. Actually, it was a pretty good trade. Dude, I think that's the first time I've ever referred to it in R. That's weird. I always say points. Oh, it's this many points, this many points. I think that's the first time I've referred to R. Weird. Now, the reason I want to stay till the macro is because let's just say we get a yoink candle down and we inverse this right at the 150 macro, then I will try that. But I want a macro time play. I'm sick of taking plays during lunch on the stream. They're so boring. Literally, I feel like I catch something right when I'm about to end stream. But it would basically be something like this. It's kind of a big stop, honestly, but I would probably not use that whole gap for my stop, to be real. Probably do it like that. Right about 2 hours into stream, my ADHD state's taking over me. Every single time. I start getting antsy, bro, right around this time. Every day. Oops. New channel name, ADHD Trades. The ring light vibe is it's so dark in here now. Okay, I don't like Look what it's doing. Gotta toss the disclaimer up, you know? I doubt we're gonna get this. We're too bullish, dude. Can't even get through this. Weak. Come on. Just give me an actual good setup that I can take. If this triggers, this is the best setup of the stream, that's for sure. I feel like I need to make a public Discord for my YouTube channel for some reason. Boo 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 boo. This PA is dead, baby. I don't know what to do. Come on. Watching the 5 minute chart makes it look real dead. Nope. You are not the only one that gets an inflated ego. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I try not to, but sometimes there's moments where I get a little. Amy calls me Bobble Sano, like bobblehead Sano. Because sometimes. Sometimes I get a little out of control. Like, it's okay to be confident, you know, but if your ego is making you lose money, you can't be doing that. And my ego made me lose money the last couple of weeks, so I can't be acting like that anymore. Love the channel. Hopefully that video when you make it helps us out. I'm terrible for it. Dude, I appreciate that so much. I hope it does too. Genuinely, I just... that's the only reason I made the channel. Really. Just to try and help other people and just have that make me grow more and more as a person in the process. Kindness is key. Yeah, I'll probably make it. The problem is all last week and even today, the weather has been so bad. And I usually like making my psychology videos like outside or when I do like the walk and talks. And lately the weather's been so bad that I haven't been able to do that. And I feel like if I make those videos sitting inside, it's like not the same vibe. I don't know. Like I feel like I definitely need to film them outside. That's just like been the vibe that it's had from the start, and I want to just keep doing it like that. But it sucks if it's making it so that I can't make videos because it's cold. Like I could probably sit outside and make one today, honestly. But I'm starting to realize that it's better for me to write down ideas and stuff for my videos ahead of time because when I try and come up with something to do every single day, it's hard. Sometimes my ADHD can't focus up, I guess. This is so dead, bro. Yeah, look at the volatility has just been dying ever since this morning. All right, yeah. What would you do though? I can only think of trying to stop trading for the rest of the day. Besides that, I can still come back a day or two later and still have it back in my mind. Um, Honestly, you just have to find a routine and do it over and over and over and over again. And then it'll get easier and easier because you'll just get used to it. Like I think last November, starting last November, I think I went like 6 weeks and I only took like 23 trades or something like that. Because I was tired of the way that I was losing my discipline and just tired of the way that I was acting. And so I was like, dude, you're not allowed to take more than one trade and it has to be freaking perfect. Like, or you're not allowed to take it, and that's all I would do. And so doing that kind of helped build confidence and everything, you know? Because you realize that as good as you can do, you can easily just do as bad, right? Like, you could be crushing it, and you could just as easily not be crushing it. So, I don't know. What happened to me was my ego inflated, and then the market humbled me. So then I was like, okay, time to relax again, bro. The thing is like, sometimes in the market, you can take bad trades and get lucky and they'll win. And then you think that you can get away with that over and over. And then you learn the hard lesson that it doesn't work like that. Oh, I gotta make sports video clips today. You guys want to see what I've been doing, like, on the side, just for fun? Um, Bro, seriously? I have to actually log in to see it? Okay. Whatever, dude. Toxic, bro. I don't even literally know how to log into my Instagram. Wait. Let me do this. So a few friends of mine have, like, they're doing like sports media. They're doing like two of them do a sports podcast, and then one of them does sports for like a news station, and so they're trying to make like a sports page, you know, like a sports media platform on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. And they asked me if I would help them out, like making videos for the channel and stuff. And I told them yes, and it's honestly been mad fun. Check this out. Here's one that I made.
Cavs Pacers again. Just heard an announcer say that Cleveland doesn't know how to pass the ball. Well, glad I'm not the only one noticing that. What am I watching? Earlier, Indiana was down by 19 points. 19 points, bro. Oh my God, Cleveland actually scored.
Dude, it's fun. I just get to troll sports and stuff.
Well, Cleveland, 9-point game. You got one more quarter to figure out. Don't worry. If you don't, Charlie Brown said you could borrow the doghouse. Interesting stat. Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell 0 for 11 on threes. Yikes. Okay, Cleveland. I see you. I see you. They're trying to make a fight. They're trying to make a fight. Yep. Cleveland must have heard that comment about the doghouse. Knew it.
It's so funny, dude.
Down 7 points in your last game to stay alive, and you get a shot clock violation, bro. Imagine. Don't worry, Cleveland. He's a snuggler.
Dude, the Charlie Brown appearance.
Donovan Mitchell, you just got fouled shooting a three-pointer and you missed all 3 free throws. My brother, I could not even do a morning stretch and walk to the park and go 8 for 10.
Did you say something?
I'm
tripping.
Back-to-back conference finals.
Let me go try and find Cleveland's game real quick.
Nope, not there.
Not there. Not there. Not there. And that'll do it for the Cavaliers.
So dumb, dude. So each day, like, all of us just make a video to post, and it's just supposed to be, like, funny. But yeah. Guys, we're not going to get this set up, so I think I might get off. Low key. I'm tired of sitting here. All right, you guys. That's it. I can't take it anymore. This is like 5 doji candles on the 5-minute time frame. I'm not going to sit here and watch this no more. All right? But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.